And we are underway. And a slowish start from Wayuaji. Haziq looks like he's got a bit of a decent start, but Wayuaji, having kicked away, has been able to recover, and it will be Wayuaji Trilaksana, as predicted by Kwon Meng Heng, who goes into the first group race.
Yeah, like I say, Wayuaji Trilaksana, if they have a good start, you know, he's trying to try to get away from everybody, because I think maybe they have set up the correct setup for this bike, and hopefully see how it goes this lap.
Wayuaji is leading the way. It was almost a Speedway-esque kind of a start, slow to get going, and then the back wheel suddenly gripped. He's got Haziq for close attendance as they come into turn number 4, the Dunlop corner, way out in the countryside. Big, wide open spaces, particularly for the underbone 150s, and taking the correct line. Very important as they just whiplash around the quick right before they move into the first of the 2 chicanes, and still it's Wayuaji Trilaksana who leads the way.
Yeah, you can see, I think Akid Aziz there is number maybe 10 or 12 now at the moment, so we'll see how he improves the next lap.
Indeed, we've got 10 laps of the race. Still Wayuaji. He's taken Richard Thoreau alongside with him, bike number 178. So that's Helmi Asman. Up into 5th place. We're looking out for bike 13, Akid Aziz. It's very early days, and Akid won't be too concerned if he's still in 10th place once they go past the start-finish line for the very first time. But it's been a solid first lap for Wayuaji Trilaksana. Double right-hand into the 2 corner, slingshot into the home straight.
Yeah, we can see the speed here, you know, how fast the speed on the stick speed. Richard Thoreau now is in front, I think.
Well, Wayuaji just a wheel ahead of Richard. Haziq 3, Angie 4, Helmi Asman 5, Izzat 6, Azroy Hakim 7, Deki 8, Muzakir 9, with Dodo 10, and 11th place is Akid Aziz on bike 13. But very little, less than a second between 1 and 9. Akid 1.5 seconds down in 11th place.
Yeah, it looks like Wayuaji is quite strong here at the moment, and Helmi is right behind him.
Quite some competitive pace, and still Wayuaji leads into the right-hand corner.
And I think we still have 9 more laps to go. If they keep on, you know, dicing like that, I think Akid Aziz from the back of the group really can catch the front leader.
A feature of Underbone 150 is the constant jockeying for positions. There rarely seems to be a runaway leader in any one given race. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, and what it leads to is incredible excitement on the last lap, because virtually everybody is going into the final lap, almost the final corner, still with a chance of a place on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, if 12 of them, you know, you don't know, you can't choose who's going to win this race. I think
Haziq and Wayuaji currently second. Richard Thoreau being dragged alongside him. Haziq also in the lineup. Thoreau lapping 151.656, which is quicker than when they were in the Super Pole. So it is quite some pace being set by Wayuaji. Thoreau, they come across the start-finish line. Second time. 8 laps to go. It's Angie Setiawan. 4th Indonesia 1, 2. Helmi Asman is entirely in 4th. Azroy Hakim in 5th. I'm looking for Akid, and Akid is 1.5 seconds down, but he's nicely placed in 9th place.
Yeah, I mean, in front of him still got at least 9 or 10 bikes before he can reach Wayuaji Trilaksana there. So still got a lot of job, a lot of work to do.
Interesting that Angie Setiawan is actually pushing Wayuaji Trilaksana. So Wayuaji again leads coming into that right-hand corner, and then Angie aggressively takes him on the inside. There's a lot of aggression out there, but plenty of respect as well. Angie hunkers down, drags Wayuaji with him, and that's interesting. Straight line speed there from the 2 Indonesian riders. And it looks like they've been able to pull away temporarily, at least.
I don't think so. Then they're all back together again.
Big, wide open spaces of Sentul.
I think that is Shafiq, I think.
Shafiq Crosley.
Yeah.
He's had a Pretty dreadful season, Shafiq. Indeed, Shafiq Crossley into the pits, the young Malaysian. He was 34 seconds down, so clearly struggling at the end of lap 1. And he's actually called it today as Anji Setiawan once again pulls in Richard Taroa. And Taroa, this is Indonesia 1-2-3 just at the moment. Haziq Fairuz just trying to put a Malaysian flag into the middle of that mix. As they come into the home straight, it is still Waiuaji, 151.578. Still good pace on these lap times. Waiuaji from Taroa, from Azroy, from Helmi, from Anji, from Haziq, Izzat Zaidi 7, Muzakir 8, and Haziq still hanging in there very close at number 9. We haven't really seen bike number 13, but rest assured he is in that mix right at the very back of that little group of 9.
Yeah, it looks like, I think Izzat Zaidi is right in front now. Malaysian rider with Helmi, Asman, and 2 Malaysian leading the Indonesian now.
Helmi in the green. Izzat was in the lead in the Anglo yellow helmet. Now he's been gobbled up and goes from 1st to 8th in the blink of an eye. All the while, keep an eye on bike number 13. He'll just be keeping an eye on what's going on at the front as Helmi chases Richard Taroa. Taroa just improves his best lap time, 151.425 now. We're on lap 3 of 10. And the Yamaha of Anji Setiawan improves that best time to 151.277. So not only racing, but racing pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, look, it looks like Muzakir is there with Angi and Helmi there.
Muzakir bike number 92, Helmi in the green livery just behind, in 2nd place. A nice little buzz as they come round the back of our commentary position. We're right in the middle of the circuit, so we get them as they come across the start-finish line, and also as they come onto the second of the 2 chicanes. Now they come into the start-finish line, in our line of sight.
It looks like all the bikes at the speed are quite similar. Yeah.
Helmi Asman it is who's got himself the lead. Anji Setiawan and Azroy with Muzakir and Richard Taroa. Waiuaji, Haziq and Akid just staying in there, 1 second behind, not making a move but not going backwards either.
I think he's looking and see what he's going to do next, you know, and they still have 6 more laps to go, so we need to see how he's going to plan his race for this one.
And those of you who are familiar to listening to Kwon Meng Heng, you know the advice he is going to give. Stay on the track, don't be silly, don't be stupid.
Yes.
Helmi Asman, does he listen?
I hope so.
Former team manager, racer, and now one of the jury, as Helmi has a little nervy look down. Never quite sure whether that's a sign of confidence or being a little bit disconcerted when the riders look down and backwards.
Yeah, if you're looking down, that means, you know, something is wrong with the bike. Unless if you look behind, you're looking somebody is behind. That's the sign for the riders.
Richard Taroa is in 3rd place. Anji Setiawan once again has got himself in the lead, and he is trying to almost drag peloton style, Tour de France style, Waiuaji Trilaksana ahead of the chasing group. Waiuaji happy to go along with Anji Setiawan's pace. There is Anji.
Anji have the pace, you know, to go with Waiu there, but seems like they try to take a different line through all the corners there.
Lots of different lines being taken as they come past the start-finish line once again. Full width of the track being used as they cross. It is Angi and Waiuaji and Taroa make it Indonesia 1-2-3. Muzakir, Helmi and Izzat making Malaysia 4-5-6. Azroy, Hakim, Haziq. Now Akid is dropping down a little bit, and I dare say dropping back a little bit.
Yeah, but it looks like now Muzakir is in front. So Muzakir, I mean, quite impressed me for this race. You know, yesterday we didn't see him on the, you know, in the front group, but today he's there.
And they are lapping significantly quicker. Everybody lapping, everyone in the first 12, 13 has lapped under 151.5, and considering that some of the lap times when it came to the Super Pole were in the 153s, 154s, these conditions are good, and the setup of the bike seems to be pretty right.
Yeah, I mean, like the setup bikes, I mean, looks the same to me, you know, the speed, acceleration, all the bikes, you know, only see how you want to, you know, ride the bike out and see how it goes.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
Like that, I think.
Evasive action. Was that Wayuaji was being pushed back?
I think that is Angie, if I'm not mistaken.
Wayuaji's got himself a little bit of space. Angie Setiawan had to take evasive action there. Helmi Asman nips through into second. Let's have a look at the damage that might have done as we are beyond the halfway stage of this Underbone 150cc race. Richard Thoreau it is who's been able to pull away. No, Richard Thoreau in third, sorry. Helmi Asman in second.
To me, this race looks like, you know, there's a touch. I think in the corner because it's so small that the place. So definitely they have a touch after that.
Wayuaji has the lead. Helmi second. Izak from Richard Thoreau. Akid, Muzakir, Azroy Hakim. Hazig Angi was pushed from first to ninth. Wayu Widodo. I'm looking down the line to see where Akid is. He is indeed in fifth place now. Bike number 13 just moved a couple of meters up the pack and is in a position to challenge for the race lead now. Bike 13, the championship leader.
I think he must have seen Wayu there in front trying to run away, and I think this is time for him to make a move now.
There is Wayu still leading. Helmi Asman going alongside with him, the Malaysian. Wayuaji from Yamaha Racing Indonesia. Haven't seen much of Haziq in recent action. Haziq is dropping down into 8th, the 16-year-old.
They keep changing leaders, you know, all the corners, every corner they change leader except for this lap. Why you have at least nearly half a second, but now they are close back again. So every lap seems like to be the last lap.
And we can begin to see Aki just now making sure that Wayuaji Trilaksana doesn't get too far away. Wayuaji second in the overall championship standings, second yesterday. Akid, there you see, just in front of yellow livery, Akid. Nice little move and moving confidently through the pack. Behind them, Angi Setiawan's got himself up in fifth. Wayuaji certainly making a break here, taking Helmi Asman with him. When they come round this corner, there'll be 3 laps to go, and the race will start in earnest. So, as they go to the start-finish line, Wayuaji, Helmi, Azroy, Muzakir, Angi, Akid currently in 6th. Azroy Hakim in the yellow has made his move. Angi Setiawan's got some straight line speed, and Angi's now got himself back into 3rd place.
It looks like Akid have a lot of work to do. I think on the straight he was followed up by some riders.
So he's just going to have to get himself in a good position around the chicanes on the Suzuki corner and the Yamaha corner to get himself in position. Helmi Asman in the green, 2nd place, tracking every move of Wayuaji Trilaksana, who's the race leader.
I don't think anybody can really pull out, you know, just pull away from this group. So I think till the last lap and the last corner, I think all of them will be together.
Helmi in the green. Wayuaji takes Angi Setiawan alongside him. Akid Aziz quietly, happily just biding his time. Lap times getting quicker and quicker. 150 now from 150.633. Fastest lap time. And the top 5 are all around about that 150.6.7 mark. And Wayuaji still leads the way, has a look behind, and is that a little bit of space?
Yeah, it looks like Angi is back there again, 2nd.
Yeah, Angi has been the shadow for Wayuaji. Apart from that little mistake, he's worked himself back into a good position, Angi Setiawan.
Yeah, now he's, if they want to work together, maybe they can pull away from the rest of the team.
2 laps to go. Wayu Aji from Angi, Azroy, Helmi, Taroa, Akid in 6th place. Let's see if Akid is going to make a move. Izzat Zaidi, Muzakir, Hafinaz, Hazik Farus now in 10th place. Further down, the wild cards of Wayu Nugroho and Nuhada are being eaten up. Diki Ursa, Wanji Bo, Khao Vietnam, Carol Ikwan, and Shafiq Grosley is out. Carol Ikwan having a torrid time as well. Khao Vietnam, 37 seconds adrift. One and 3/4 laps to go.
It's gonna be close.
It is almost into a football penalty shootout. You know that it's going to end 0-0, and that when we come to the final 3 or 4 corners, there is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Who can hold the nerve? Helmi taking the middle ground. Setiawan again happy just to follow Wayu Aji. A little bit of movement, a bit of pressure they're put there on Akid. Akid still in 6th place, but he was under pressure there from, I think it's Izzat Zaidi. Well, he's been in this front group almost from the very first corner, Wayu Aji Trilaksana.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like I think something wrong with Angi's machine there.
So
he leaves the hand up, I think he must have blown the engine or something.
So his pace setter has gone.
Yep, I mean, Helmi Asman is really close to Wayu now, so this is the last lap, and I think he has shown something yesterday.
As we come on to the final lap, there is no protection for Wayu Aji. Helmi Asman, who got third yesterday, has taken the lead. Helmi Asman, great straight line speed, and he's just floated past Wayu Aji Trilaksana. Wayu Aji tries to retake as they come into the first bend, but that's terrific movement from Helmi. Where is Akid? He's still in that group, 5th behind, but he's quite a distance behind, over a second adrift of the race leader.
Yeah, I think Akid is 4th now, so I think he's still got another half a second behind. So I think this race is between Wayu and Helmi.
Wayu
are very close, both of them.
Wayu leads into the countryside. Helmi, well, everybody else is able to close down just as the riders have to break a little bit earlier. It allows Richard Taroa to pull up, and there is Akid.
I think he's 4th there, Akid, there. You can see really close there. He's going to be close again.
I think that's Amaral who's dropped out.
Whoa, so close there. They really hit each other out just now.
Akid wants to stay out of trouble. Currently in 4th place. Wayu Aji needs to stay out of trouble. Currently 2nd in the overall standings, but leading this race. Helmi Asman is there. Richard Taroa again, a thorn in the side. Akid just behind. Richard Taroa lapping 150.831. Wayu Aji's got the fastest time on the track, 151.404. It's Taroa leading.
I don't want to lead this one. I need to be in 2nd or 3rd, you know, to try to win the race.
Well, we're down into the final 2 corners now, and Richard Taroa has made a late burst. He's dragged Helmi Asman with him, but Richard Taroa is actually going to take this one.
I think Helmi's going to be close.
Helmi's going to try and pull close, but in the end, it's Taroa from Helmi, from Wayu Aji. Akid coming in 4th, Azroy 5th, Muzakir Izzat, Wayu with Dodo 8th, Hazik Farus in 9th, and Tenku Amro coming in 10th. But where did Richard Taroa come from? Because he left that very, very late.
Yeah, very, very late. I think he overtook some of the guys there at the small chicane there when he came out. Then he was 2nd there, and he took Helmi there.
Well, the wild card putting a real dent in the championship challenge there of Wayu Aji. Wayu Aji hoping that he'd be able to pick up 25 points and at least put some pressure on Akid. Instead, he's only going to pick up, what, 16 points, just 3 points better than Akid, which doesn't really put a dent in the championship challenge.
Not really. I think Akid safe.
Richard Tarore,
So,
Helmi dan juga
Richard
Wahyu
Tarore
Aji
is
Trilaksana
really
berhasil
got a
mengisi
very,
podium
very good
pertama,
race.
kedua, dan ketiga pada race kedua hari ini untuk kelas underbone 150cc. Sangat disayangkan sekali, padahal potensi besar bisa kita lihat di podium pertama, kedua, dan tiga yang seharusnya diisi oleh Indonesia, tetapi Anggi Setiawan memiliki masalah mesin sepertinya tadi. Dan saat ini kita lihat ini adalah hasil result keseluruhan untuk race kedua kelas underbone 150cc. Seperti yang sudah saya sebutkan, di urutan pertama, kedua, dan ketiga, dan di urutan keempat ada nama Akid Aziz. Kemudian para pebalap Indonesia lainnya beruntun berada di urutan 14, 15, dan juga 16. Dan selanjutnya Anggi Setiawan berada di urutan ke-18. Dan dengan hasil ini dipastikan bahwa setidak-tidaknya ada lagu Indonesia Raya berkumandang, meskipun bukan dari Wahyu Aji Trilaksana, tetapi juga dari penampilan yang sangat apik sekali oleh Richard Tarore. Bagaimana menurut Anda, Harlan?
Untuk di Sentul dia memang mempunyai rekor yang baik di kelas underbone, dia bagus sekali. Ya, alhamdulillah sekali ya, akhirnya Indonesia bisa mengibarkan bendera di podium tertinggi. Tapi juga sayang sekali dilihat dari Wahyu ya, memang performanya memang mesin motornya nggak perfect mungkin motor yang sebelumnya. Ya, tapi kalau dilihat tadi Anggi juga udah memberikan perlawanan yang bagus ya, dari sejak awal lap sampai di akhirnya tinggal 2 lap motornya mengalami masalah. Sayang sekali ya buat Anggi ya. Kita lihat di Tarore yang memang mempunyai hasil yang selalu bagus untuk di Sentul ini.
Ya, dan ini adalah para pendukung dari Wahyu Aji Trilaksana dan juga Richard Tarore ya. Rekan-rekan atau teman-teman dari Yamaha Indonesia tentunya untuk memberikan dukungan terhadap para pebalap Yamaha yang hari ini balapan di race kedua.
Ya, kita lihat di Sentul ya, tadi info dari Sentul itu adalah penontonnya sangat banyak sekali. Semua dari pendukung dari Yamaha, dari Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, semuanya sekarang tumpah di sana semua. Tidak biasa-biasanya Sentul akhirnya di tribun depan itu full semua.
Dan tentunya ini memberikan dukungan bagi para pebalap yang hari ini balapan. Dan nanti kita masih akan membahas lebih dalam lagi. Sekarang saya harus jeda dulu sejenak. Jangan kemana-mana, pastikan Anda tetap di iNews TV.
The wind is definitely blowing.
I think somebody's the hands up there. I think looks like
it's towards the back of the grid. Somebody has got a problem.
And it looks like Helmi Asman that one. I think they need to start the bike. I think just pull the bike. No, they should have just start the race. They shouldn't have wait.
Helmi, who
like
just raced in the underbone 150, was looking for a little bit of mercy there. None was given. The flags are being raised, the lights will go on, and when they go off, we will be underway. And Helmi Asman will be left. And Jerry Salim is overtaken by Ray Ratakore, who's also taken his racing line. So it's great for Koyama, who's also got ahead of Jerry Salim. And Salim, for once, is not leading into the first corner.
Yeah, he didn't get out great because he just popped up a small wheelie there, and Ratakore and Koyama just passed him there.
So Koyama knew he had to get off to a good start as Helmi Asman. Disconsolate. There is nothing more frustrating, I would imagine, for a racer than being on the starting grid and not being able to do anything about it.
There you can see Jerry Salim already take back the lead again, and let's see how it goes.
It only took one corner for Jerry Salim to restore sanity. But Ray Ratakore is right there, and Anupab is in his slipstream as well. But there is Jerry Salim. Ratakore. Love to see a good performance from Ray Ratakore. He's been there or thereabouts for several seasons without really being able to get onto the podium.
Yeah, I mean, Ratakore has been really working really hard, you know, and you can see he tried to stick with Jerry Salim, but I think it'll be a big problem for the Yamahas there.
Back 96 was Emmanuel Putra, who's overtaken Koyama. Koyama led for a short while, a very short while, has now been gobbled up by the pack. As Jerry Salim comes away, bike number 21. Koyama currently in 4th spot as they come across the start-finish line for the very first time of 12 laps. And well, it wasn't the best of starts for Jerry Salim. he leads ahead of Anupab, Emmanuel Putra, Galang-Hendra, Koyama, Andy Farid and Ray Ratukore, who's gone from 2nd to 7th on that straight line, and Sudamono down in 8th. Yamamoto in 11th, just looking how far behind. He's a good 3 seconds down, Yamamoto. So Salim is taking Anupab with him, but nobody else is able to cope with the torrid pace he's setting.
Yeah, I mean, I look like Anupab is, they have the top speed there, but the only thing you can see whether Anupab can really stick with Jerry Salim.
Andy Farid looks like he's made a move in there as well. Bike number 23 has got himself into 3rd place. He's nipped in ahead of Koyama. Galang-Hendra is doing his best to hold on, but Jerry Salim, as he has all season, 6 wins in 7 starts. Yesterday, from start to finish, the lead. Without it being a procession, it was a dominant performance.
If you look at the lap times, I think all of them are doing the same times. And I don't think this time Jerry Salim can really get away from the group behind.
1:44.5 is the best lap time from Jerry Salim. Anupab having to work hard. You'd know better than most just how hard you have to work. Sometimes being in the slipstream can be a good thing, but other times you just have to work desperately to stay close enough.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Anupab right before, you know. He always, if he's right behind you, he will stick to you like glue, you know, he won't let you go. Whatever it is, he will try to stick to you.
Salim goes over the start-finish line, takes a completely different tack. Maybe the wind is just affecting things, because Anupab is able to stick with him, and in fact Anupab had a little look on Jerry Salim, and coming through instead is Andy Farid. So Andy Farid now in 3rd place. Anupab splitting up the 2 Astra Honda as Andy Farid goes on the outside of Anupab. And Andy Farid Itzaha makes it an Astra Honda Racing 1-2. Koyama still just shadowing in 4th place.
Yeah, still shadowing behind that. So we need to keep an eye on Riza, I think Danny Riza?
No, it's Andy Farid.
Andy Farid, yeah, I mean the other guy, the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, at the moment he's 6th or 7th at the moment.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see whether he can really come up with this group. I think he's right behind on the 2nd group there.
Yeah, he's
right,
leading the 2nd group is Reza Danica, and but he started from 12th on the grid, let's not forget.
Yeah, I mean even is Andy. Andy is the same, you know, he starts from 3rd row, I think, and I need to keep an eye on Danica Riza there.
Koyama trying desperately to stay in touch with this front 3, but it's Jerry Salim, as we've seen all season, leading the way. He's taken Andy Farid with him. Anupab will look to be a little bit of a wobble there from Anupab.
Yeah, I think he's giving up 110% already. You can see he's sliding all over the track. So, wow, he's taking the risk to follow these guys in front of him.
Yeah, you were telling me off camera that sometimes a rider likes to be operating at 90-95% just so there's a little more to give when it's really needed.
Yeah, I mean, like in qualifying you have to do like 110%, but in the race you need to keep some percentage there so that you make sure that you know where you're going.
Andy Farid overtakes Jerry Salim. Andy Farid Itzaha. Remember, this is his first race of the season, and he had a pole yesterday from 7th on the grid, and now he's leading the previously unleadable Jerry Salim.
Yeah, I mean, like both of them are, pulling away. It looks like they're going to leave Anupad and Koyama behind.
Koyama desperately trying to hold on to the wings. Galang-Hendra is leading Emmanuel Putra and Reza Danica in a battle for P5, and the 2 Pitapongs and Ray Ratukore are in a battle for P7. Yamamoto has made no impact whatsoever. In fact, Yamamoto started 11 and is down in 12th place.
I think they are coming to lap somebody. I think that is, I'm not sure who is it.
Behind them, well, Rafid Topan has had a nightmare. Su Young, I think, is in danger of being overtaken within 3 laps.
It looks like Helmi Asman, I think. Yeah.
Helmi, poor fella. It is, isn't it? Well, he had a nightmare start, couldn't get off the grid, Helmi Asman, and now he's being lapped. But for Jerry Salim, he doesn't really care. He's just shadowing the race leader, Andy Farid Itzaha. Oh no, Jerry Salim's overtaken Andy Farid Itzaha.
I think Andy Farid tried to shadow Jerry Salim because he knows that Jerry Salim have the pace, you know, to go. All you have to do is try to stick with him and just try to move around him.
Well, they're going over the start-finish line just about together. Anupab leading Koyama, Emmanuel Putra, Reza Danica, Galang Hendra has dropped off the pace a little bit. Reza Danica's beginning to make a little bit of an inroad.
Yeah, I think Reza Danica has overtaken the two Yamahas behind. You can see that.
As they go around the Honda corner, approach the Dunlop corner, and then they'll drop down out of the countryside in towards Suzuki on the first of the two chicanes.
And Andy Farid, you can see there, he overtakes Jerry Salim back there. And Koyama make a move on Anupat.
Koyama has indeed got himself up into third place. You write off Tomoyoshi Koyama at your peril.
Yeah, you can see Jerry Salim just now turn around and see where the other one is. And say, hey, I'm still here.
I'm still here. I'm always here. Andy Farid retakes the lead. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of teamwork going on there, where Andy Farid is almost acting as a pacemaker.
I don't think so. Looks like they try to, you know,
race each other.
You know, they are not working together.
Well, there's the top four. Reza Danica's got himself up into fifth place as they come round into the long chicane. Koyama on the Honda. Anupar best lap 1:43.523. Fastest lap out on the course at the moment. Doing his utmost just to stay in there. There's the battle for P5. And in fifth place, it's another of the Astra Honda, Reza Danica in the lead.
I don't think Danica can really catch the front four there.
Well, the front four go over the line. Reza Danica now is 3.5 seconds adrift of the leading four.
I think a bit difficult for Danny Reza to catch them.
Started from P12, but he has taken Emmanuel Putra and Galang Hendra. Pirapong Yamamoto has now begun to make a little bit of an impression. He's up from 12th to 9th, Yamamoto. Important for him because he's second in the championship standings, and let's not forget there are still 4 races to go. We're off to Chennai next, and then we go on to Buriram for the last 2 races of the season. So still 100 points to play for. So any points that you can pick when you're having a down weekend are important.
Yeah, are very important. Even a point that is better. Yeah, looks like Danica Reza have pulled a bit away from the Yamaha boys there behind.
Nice little slide from Galang Hendra. There's Yamamoto. Just leading that little group, Yamamoto. It includes Ray Ratakore, Pirapong. We'll keep an eye to see if Yamamoto is able to make any headway on the likes of Emmanuel Putra and Galang Hendra ahead of him. But the gap between Yamamoto, he's another 1.5 seconds, 4 seconds down on Galang Hendra's little group.
It looks like Koyama passed Andy there. Now he's very close to Jerry Salim there. He's on the front.
Ratakore goes on the inside of Yamamoto, just to complicate Yamamoto's calculations. As we cross the start-finish line, Koyama right level with Andy Farid and Jerry Salim. In fact, as they went over the start-finish line, he was second. He's now fourth, but Anupar in second. And there is a move from Reza Danica.
And they still have 6 laps to go. I don't think there will be possibility of catching the front group. I think he got to really work hard.
Well, he made a 0.25 of a second there as Anupar now takes the lead. We are 4 abreast coming into this sharp right. It's Andy Farid and Jerry Salim leading the way. But Koyama and Anupar are doing their best to make this a real battle.
Yeah, it looks like Anupar have really get the bike going now. You can see the bike have the speed to compare with the Honda, and he really ride really well this race.
5.5 laps to go. Anupar from the Yamaha. Now he slides. That's lovely.
That's why he got to ride really hard, 110%. I think he's been giving 110% to stay with the Honda boys here.
There's plenty of wind around the track. I'm just looking up to the skies where it's grey, but doesn't seem to be any rain, which would really complicate matters. But Anupar now has taken Jerry Salim with him, and the Thai leads the Indonesian with the Japanese Koyama ahead of Andy Farid Itzahar in 4th. Reza Danica just in the background, trying desperately, but he's got a lone race that he's involved with. Carb overtaken by Jerry Salim. He just seems to be saying to everybody, listen, this is my season, I'm the boss. I decide what goes on here, and I will lead going over the start-finishing line with 5 laps to go.
Yeah, the mechanics looking worried.
Andy Farid looks on the inside, but Anupab closes the door. Astra Honda aren't having everything their own way today. There's a different story yesterday where they were 1, 2, 3 on the grid.
But today they have Anupad and Koyama behind, so they have to take the risk now. They have to do a lot of things to really win this race.
Koyama through into 2nd place. Nice little manoeuvre as Andy Farid worried about Anupab on his shoulder. Koyama was shadowing and took the inside.
Yeah, I think he's pacing himself and see where the Yamaha goes and where he's how Jerry Salim and he's pacing himself. He's a very experienced rider.
You can tell just from the blank expressions on the helmets, though, that those riders are loving this jousting. They know that Salim is the favourite, and they're doing everything within their experience just to try to ease Jerry Salim off top spot.
Yeah, I think they have found the weakness of maybe Jerry Salim, where the weakness is, where they can close in, where they can pass it, So now they are still following, still shadowing him, and I think gonna be close this race.
Jerry Salim with Andy Farid this time going on the inside of Koyama. These are the last 2 corners. As we'll come into 4 laps to go. These 4 well clear. And Reza Danica is 3.5 seconds adrift of this leading group of 4.
They are inching away from Anupad.
Yeah, Anupad looks like he's just been dropped a little bit. He was sliding an awful lot indeed. Yes, there's definite daylight.
He must have used a lot of tires because he's running too much.
So that means Anupad's got to be worried about Reza Danica being able to close in on him, because he has definitely been dropped, the Yamaha tyre racing driver.
Yeah, but you can see Oyama he's so steady, he really moves a lot. And you can see, I think he's still got a lot of rubbers on his tires, and he definitely will make a move.
Because Koyama looks like he's on rails, but it's Jerry Salim and Andy Farid for protection. And Koyama third. Anupab needs to be careful about Reza Danica. Reza Danica comes into shot now. Anupab, though, to his credit, has got back in with that front three.
Yeah, I mean, he really braked really high. You can see he's sliding all over there. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pity to see a rider, have to ride so hard, and the rest of the rider just going down so easy.
Into the long chicane. Jerry Salim eases right. The Yamaha corner turns left, and then they'll head up towards the final corner, after which it'll be 3 laps to go, and Jerry Salim with Andy Farid right behind him. Astra Honda Racing. Koyama still in the shadow. They sweep into the main straight. Looks like Jerry Salim is beginning just to assert his authority.
Yeah, looks like it, but I'm not sure whether Andi Galang, Andi gonna follow him straight there again.
No emotions in the Astra Honda pit at the moment, as Emmanuel Butra and Galang Hendra having their own little battle for P6 on their own little side of the track. Keeping an eye on Yamamoto. Yamamoto has dropped down once again. He was up in 9th at one stage. This is the battle for P8. Pirapong, Ray Ratakore, Pirapong, Boonlert and Yamamoto. Now we're back in the battle for P1. Yamamoto we keep an eye on because he was 2nd in the overall standings, but he's losing ground to Jerry Salim, who's had a phenomenal season. 6 wins out of 7 races so far and 1 DNF. Still Salim into the chicane.
To me, it looks like there's no teamwork. I think both of them, Jerry Salim and Ambi, they just try to beat each other in this race.
Salem will have his pride. A victory here today will put him on 175 points out of a maximum 200. Good shot there of the pit wall and the crowd behind them. Flexing of the muscles. But Jerry Salim can't get rid of Andy Farid, and Andy Farid just moves out of the slipstream, and it'll be Andy Farid who leads as they go over the line with 2 laps to go.
And looks like they can't really shake off Anupak also. Anupak's still there.
Good race by the tie. We expect a good race from Koyama, the Japanese. 2 laps to go. Andy Farid has been beaten up and spat back out by Jerry Salim. Now behind, this is Yamamoto. He's at the back of this little group of 4. The 3 in shot, and Yamamoto is behind. Important for Yamamoto to win that individual battle and get 8th place if at all possible. The top 7 places probably beyond him unless there's an accident. But that's what he needs. We'll focus instead at the top. 142.963, fastest lap for Andy Farid Idzahar. Bike number 23. They all take a different line, but it's Jerry Salim who will lead going into the chicane. The Suzuki chicane, followed by the straight into the Yamaha corner. And behind them, Reza Danica unable to make any impression. The podium will come from these 4.
Yeah, definitely these 4, but it's going to be close. I think we'll have to see this the last lap, and we'll see maybe the 32 or 33, and we'll definitely see some fireworks coming up from there.
I am wondering if Koyama has got anything, or whether he's just doing everything he can to hold on, because Jerry Salim has never once looked in any real danger other than his Astra Honda teammate.
Yeah, I mean, look like Koyama is really pacing himself just right behind the 2 bikes, you know. And I think there's a back markers in front there.
Back markers there, which might complicate matters if he doesn't get out of the way, but he will get out of the way. We're on to the last lap. Back marker did indeed move out of the way, as he should do. And Anupam in 4th.
If anything going to come out the last lap, I think Anupam is going to do something. Because he's trying really hard.
The top 4 coming out the shadow of the Lorin Hotel and up into the Dunlop corner. And look at that. Koyama has made his move. Koyama, has he made his move too early though?
Yeah, I think he's making the move a bit too early. I think he will be passed by the 2 Astra Honda on this straight here.
Nonetheless, it is a statement by Tomoyoshi Koyama. You ignore me at your peril. He works hard to try and hold on, but the straight line speed of Andy Farid and Jerry Salim means that Astra Honda lead again, but Koyama has made an impression.
Yeah, I mean, he has to pass them back this corner or the other one. If not, I think that the Astra Honda going to win the race again.
As we come onto corners number 8 and 9, it's the long chicane. Koyama went early. Has he got anything? Koyama gets as close as he can to Andy Farid Idzahar. There is the chicane. Salim negotiates it effectively. Behind him, Andy Farid in his slipstream. Koyama staying as close as he possibly can. Anupam will not be shaken off, but now they come round the double right-hand corner. After this, it'll be into the home straight and the sprint for home. And it's Jerry Salim once again leading the way for Astra Honda Racing. Jerry Salim looking to make it 7 wins out of 8. And Jerry Salim completes back-to-back victories ahead of Andy Farid. Tomoyoshi Koyama 3rd, Anupam 4th, and Reza Danica makes it 5th place, and an excellent weekend for Astra Honda Racing.
And there you can see Yamamoto in front of the boys there.
Important for Yamamoto,
yeah.
He got himself 8th place. But Jerry Salim was under an immense amount of pressure and was able to do it. Now then, I'm seeing, Jerry Salim's got the win, and Andy Farid right next to him, 2nd place. So a great weekend for Andy Farid.
Yeah, great for the team, for Astra team. I think Jerry Salim just maybe win by maybe half a length of the front wheel.
It's 0.022 of a second.
Very close.
So the Astra Ultras can start their dancing and their chanting and their drums, because Astra Honda have secured back-to-back victories here at the Sentul International Circuit in the Idemitsu Asia Road Racing Championships.
Yeah, at least you can see Koyama on the podium.
Kelas Asia Production 250cc. Sayang sekali Reza Radika sudah berusaha sangat keras sekali, tetapi ia harus tercecer di grup 2, tepatnya dia finish di urutan kelima dan di urutan keempat diisi oleh pebalap asal Thailand yaitu Anupam Sangmun yang memang dari kemarin sudah sangat ngotot sekali ingin berada di podium. Dan kita lihat ini adalah suasana di sirkuit Sentul, di mana ini adalah para pendukung dari pebalap-pebalap Honda yang sangat luar biasa sekali. Kita bisa melihat bahwa mereka sangat ceria sekali karena dua pebalap Honda berhasil mengamankan podium tertinggi. Apa komentar Anda, Harlan, yang baru saja menyaksikan balapan di race kedua kali ini sambil sama-sama kita lihat hasil result di race kedua ini?
Ya, kalau tanggapan saya dari awal tadi sempat Gary inian ya, startnya dia agak willy, dia memang sampai akhirnya dia ambil posisinya sama Anupap dan sama pembalap Koyama. Jadi menurut saya memang ini tidak berjalan seperti kemarin, tapi untung sini ada Andi Gilang dan bisa membantu mengecoh dari pembalap-pembalap kayak Koyama dan Anupap, jadi tidak terfokus ke Gary gitu loh. Tapi memang salut buat Gary, tetap bisa sampai podium satu lagi. Itu hebat banget
sekali ya. Jangan-jangan seperti yang dibicarakan Harlan kemarin ya, jangan-jangan nanti di seri selanjutnya dia sudah mengamankan diri menjadi juara sebelum seri itu selesai. Nanti kita akan bahas, karena sekarang kita harus jeda dulu sejenak nih, jangan kemana-mana. Para pecinta ARRC, pastikan Anda tetap di Asia Road Racing Championship 2017 seri keempat.
Thrilling rider. Tiger Harder, the teenager, in the middle, and Zakwan Zaidi, and also behind Dimaseki. Look out for Aslan Shah Kamrazan and what kind of a start he can get. Zakwan is overtaken immediately by Dimaseki. Although Zakwan again recovers, just gets the back wheel down in time, and it'll be Zakwan Zaidi for Malaysia, the 22-year-old, who will lead going into the first two corners. And it's a better start than Zakwan made yesterday.
Yeah, it looks like Chalem Paul, I think, had a good start, and I think he's third now, behind Tiger Harder.
And Dimaseki also in there as well as Tiger Harder. Yeah, Tiger Harder's tucked in second behind Zakwan. And you're right, Chalem Paul is in third place, and Dimaseki, having looked like he had got a flyer, is actually still only in fourth place with Deichi Kreisart behind him in fifth.
Yeah, it looks like everybody had a clean start this run. Yeah, you can see Anthony West there in the middle there.
Yeah, Ant West also. Yeah, there'll be a back. Ooh, a bit of grouping there.
Oh, that is close.
Bit of contact. Is that Deichi Kreisart, who just got hegged back a little bit? It means that Zakwan can open up a little bit of space at the front, and if we were asking questions about Zakwan, maybe he's going about answering them.
Yeah, now we need to see whether his consistency is there and see what sort of time he's doing.
It's a 16-lap race of the 4-kilometer circuit at Sentul. Zakwan Zaidi got off to a flying start. Tiger Harder has stayed with him as they come around the final two corners of lap number 1 of the Super Sport 600. There is Zakwan coming into shot, and the lead for Zakwan will be quite healthy. Tiger Harder is in second place, behind them Chalem Paul, Dimaseki, Deichi Kreisart, Yudhishthira Ito in 7th. Aslan Shah is in 8th. Ant West has just made up 1 place and is in 10th place. And Kazma Daniel come up from 15th into 11th.
Yeah, looks like Dimas trying all out, trying to pass Tiger Harder and Chalem Paul. Because it looks like Zakwan is pulling away now. Yeah,
Chalem Paul's got himself into second place, the veteran Thai, and Zakwan, whose lead was 0.714 of a second at the end of that first lap. And that is an impressive start from Zakwan Zaidi. As you say, it's a long race, but what a way to start it.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's giving all out this one. You can see that he's trying hard. And now a lot of work for Dimas. You see, he have to really work his way up to try to pass Tiger Harder and Chalem Paul if you want to stick with Zakwan Zaidi.
There is Chalem Paul, a seasoned campaigner. He won't be panicking too much to be a second down, but he's got the teenager Tiger Harder right close behind him and Dimaseki behind him, but our camera can maybe focus on Zakwan Zaidi. He wasn't in the picture yesterday, he was very much secondary, but now he's leading as a little bit of drizzle appears.
Oh, drizzle, I think, if any drizzle, maybe they may have to red flag the race. I'm not sure, but depends on the front rider.
Well, Zakwan is there. There is a darkening of the clouds as Zakwan goes over the start-finish line in first place with a healthy lead of 1.3 seconds from Chalermpol. Dimaseki in third place ahead of Tiger, Deicha Kreisart and Yudhishthira. One of the championship leader, Aslan Shah, he is in seventh place on the Kawasaki, just behind Ahmad Yudhishthira.
Yeah, it looks like Zakwan really get a healthy lead there, 1.3 seconds. So depends on how hard he's riding now.
I'm just looking at the crowd, and nobody's taking evasive action. Maybe the weather, the clouds are grey, but Zakwan is sliding his way into the corner. Chalermpol second. A little bit of drama to add. Certainly a darkening of the day.
Yeah, it looks like the big grey. The sky is looking grey, but I'm not sure it's rain there. But actually, if it rains, they will stop the race here because they're using slick tires here.
Well, that's to be decided. The rains have held off so far, and Zakwan Zaidi would not be happy if that was the case, because he's made a super start. Chalermpol is leading the race. Oh, Zakwan's gone! Zakwan Zaidi has gone. There he is on the ground, just rolling away, but he seems like he's lost the front end. Zakwan Zaidi under no pressure from anybody. It means Chalermpol will lead, although Haga will be challenging going into the first corner. But what a disastrous moment for Zakwan Zaidi.
Yeah, I think he's pushing too hard there. I think he must have went in too fast there. Then this track, he went out of the racing line a bit. Yeah, gone.
Now, we were focused on this battle for what was P2. It's now P1. Chalermpol up against Tiger Harder, and the teenager is sandwiched by two real season campaigners. Deicha Kreisart moves forward. Oh, a scene of disappointment in the Bunsio Honda pit. That wasn't on the agenda.
Nah, I think he must have gone into too deep. Oh, I think someone crashed behind there.
Indeed, there's another incident. Dimaseki, in the meantime, has got himself up into second place ahead of Tiger Harder. Deicha Kreisart also in there, and Ant West is being able to make a move as well. Ant West is up into seventh,
I think,
and the red flag is out.
The red flag is out, so maybe it's maybe rain. I'm not sure. Oh, I think because of Zakwan.
Well, the red flag is there while we await for information and news. It has been called out, but Zakwan did not look to be comfortable. He rolled away from his bike after the crash on turn one. And all the bikes come in to the pit lane. And the sirens of the ambulance making their way out onto the track.
Look at the crashes now. Looks like he's okay. He's rolling there, and he did I think try to get up, but I don't. You'll see later on. See how he goes.
Well, as we just follow Deicha Kreisart and Chalermpol in the Yamaha Thai Racing Team area. We're still awaiting an update for news. And the ambulance is with Zakwan, and the doctors are with Zakwan Zaidi. But he was out on his own, Zakwan, and as we thought that he was just being able to move away carefully, He seemed to lose his front end and clearly hurt himself badly with the fall.
Yeah, we don't know how bad he hurt, and like you can see now all the bikes must park in front of the paddock. They are not allowed to bring the bike in after after the red flag.
Now the red flag is out as a medical concern for Zakon Zaidi. And in terms of the team
Sangat disayangkan
management,
sekali
it's a
seperti
dual
kecelakaan baru saja terjadi kepada Zahwan ya.
Ya, Zahwan mengalami dia
dia
terjatuh di tikungan terakhir, dua tikungan terakhir, jadi pas masuknya dia low side sepertinya, dan mengakibatkan red flag karena dia nggak bisa dipindahin posisinya. Mungkin dia sakit di bagian tangan.
Oh, intinya dia tidak bergerak, dan semoga kita harapkan tidak ada kecelakaan serius yang terjadi terhadap Zahwan ya.
Iya, benar
Tapi
sekali.
apakah kejadian jatuh tersebut karena strategi salah yang dilakukan oleh Zahwan sendiri atau karena
memang
kondisi?
sepertinya Zahwan dari start tadi memang mempush motornya lebih dari ini ya kemarin
Pada
mungkin biasanya sampai memberikan gap yang lumayan. Mungkin dia mempush juga motornya, mungkin kondisi dari bannya belum cukup panas untuk dicoba maksimal gitu loh. Makanya dia bisa sampai terjatuh. Tapi kalau dilihat dari jatuh motornya sih dia seperti low side. Low side jadi masuk tikungan. Mungkin grip dari motornya belum maksimal, makanya dia terjatuh.
Dan kita saat ini masih menunggu informasi selengkapnya dari sirkuit Sentul Indonesia mengenai apa yang terjadi sebenarnya terhadap Zahwan, dan juga mengenai keadaan Zahwan yang lebih utama tentunya kita masih menunggu. Tetapi untuk Anda sendiri yang tentunya juga sering menggunakan sirkuit Sentul Indonesia, apakah sirkuit ini adalah sirkuit yang tricky atau ada sesuatu yang memang harus diwaspadai seperti sirkuit di Chang International Circuit di turn terakhir?
Ya memang ya, karena dilihat di Sentul ini banyak sekali bumpy. Jadi memang setiap tikungan mempunyai bumpy sendiri gitu loh. Jadi memang tidak seperti layaknya sirkuit-sirkuit internasional lainnya yang mereka itu masih baru gitu loh. Jadi memang ini banyak tambelan, banyak lubang, dan kualitas dari aspalnya pun sebenarnya udah harus diganti semuanya. Karena di sana banyak sekali kerikil-kerikil yang dia sampai keluar kalau motor lewat gitu loh. Jadi sebenarnya sih ini sudah harus direnovasi ya untuk sirkuit ini. Dan juga kalau para pembalap semua di sini mekanik dikasihkan jaring-jaring biasanya di radiator, karena batu itu akan masuk ke dalam radiator dan bisa sampai pecah apabila tidak dikasih jaring-jaring kawat lagi gitu loh, karena batu-batu itu sendiri, jadi dia bisa sampai masuk ke dalam radiator.
Rusak mesin juga, dan juga tentunya di tengah-tengah balapan yang terjadi dengan kecepatan yang tinggi tentu akan membahayakan para pebalap sendiri ya pastinya.
Iya pasti, karena kerikil-kerikil itu menjadi kalau banyak kan menjadi masalah.
Ya. Dan sebenarnya apabila terjadi insiden seperti ini ya, terjadi kecelakaan seperti ini di tengah-tengah balapan, regulasinya sebenarnya seperti apa sih? Apakah nantinya jika dilanjutkan lagi balapan, apakah akan dikurangi lapnya atau seperti apa?
Memang dikurangi jumlah yang lap yang sudah ditempuh. Dan misalkan tadi sudah berjalan sekitar 3 atau 4 lap, yang dipotong ya 4 lap, dikurangi lagi nanti jumlah satu warm up. Jadi tinggal berapa, misalkan tinggal 10 lap, jadi tinggal yang ditempuh 10 lap. Ini sangat ramai sekali ya, kelihatan dari para supporter.
Iya, dan sepertinya mereka juga sedang bingung apa sebenarnya yang terjadi, dan mungkin sedang mencari informasi juga ya bagaimana keadaan dari Zahwan.
Karena memang Zahwan tadi dilihat dia tidak, apa ini hujan ya, apa enggak hujan ya.
Sepertinya cuaca juga jadi berubah di sana. Nanti kita akan melihat lebih lanjut lagi mengenai cuaca dan juga keadaan dari sirkuit Sentul Indonesia pastinya. Tapi sekarang kita harus jeda dulu sejenak dan kembali sesaat lagi. Seperti ini, nanti reda, nanti hujan, nanti reda, nanti hujan. Ini justru lebih menyusahkan para riders nih dengan keadaan seperti ini tentunya.
Dan juga ini seperti ini lebih baik hujannya masih merata ya. Dalam artian di Sentul tuh hujannya bisa nggak rata antara di R1, R2, bisa-bisa di R yang lainnya sudah kering kondisi sininya aspalnya gitu. Mudah-mudahan ini bisa merata, karena bisa maintain bannya itu lebih awet lagi gitu.
Benar, tentunya itu akan mempengaruhi banyak sekali untuk settingan dan juga terutama ban ya bagi para rider sendiri, dan tentu hal tersebut tidak menjadi favorit bagi para riders. Dan saat ini suasana di sirkuit Sentul Indonesia kita lihat adalah warm up lap kembali dilakukan lagi di sana, yang merupakan warm up lap dari race kedua di balapan hari ini. Dan benar sekali apa yang baru saja dikatakan oleh Harlan, ketika kita lihat di tikungan yang berbeda ternyata cerah ya.
Iya,
tadi
cerah.
pada
Ini
saat
dimasukin R34 ini sangat ini ya, nggak ada hujan, malah cenderung udah ada yang kering.
Benar sekali, dan tentunya ini sangat menyusahkan para pebalap seperti yang tadi juga sudah sempat saya katakan.
Karena dia kalau misalkan kondisi sudah mulai kering begini, dia pasti dia lebih licin dibandingkan dengan ada banyakkan air seperti ini.
Sekalian ya, gitu ya maksudnya ya.
Karena kan di situ ada seperti debu-debu semua pada naik ya, dan juga banyak minyak-minyak itu akan keluar kalau setelah hujan. Kita lihat ini di es besar, memang agak sedikit banyak air, masih banyak genangan air.
Begitu juga di sini ya.
Ya, ini turn terakhir masuk dan tidak bisa taruh dalam karena di dalam tuh agak sedikit licin dibandingkan posisi luar.
Jadi sangat PR sekali. Mungkin Anthony West yang tidak menyukai sirkuit Sentul jadi sangat PR sekali, walaupun dia sudah ada data ya ibaratnya
sudah
ya
pasti.
dari sirkuit Sentul.
Menurut saya belum punya data mungkin untuk Anthony West untuk balapan kali ini, karena di Indonesia dan juga dalam kondisi hujan.
Iya, dan langsung saja saat ini kita akan menyaksikan kembali yaitu race kedua untuk kelas Super Sport 600cc. Kita harapkan tidak ada insiden yang terjadi. Langsung saja dari studio saya dan juga Harlan Fadila mengucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
All on rain tires now, so any advantage Ant West had before has dissipated. And now we've got a 9-lap sprint. We start from scratch, no Zach one of course. So Tiger and Dimaseki on the front row. That leaves a bit of space for UK Ito. When the red lights go out, we are up and running. And Dimaseki just trying to get in ahead of Tiger Harder. He hasn't, but I tell you who's come through. Chilernpol and Deicher Kreisart, they've got themselves near the front, but Dimaseki is the man who leads the way. Although just nipping in front there is Deicher Kreisart and the veteran and Chilernpol. Everybody just battling for a front position and going in 4, 5, 6 abreast. It is Chilernpol Polamai who leads the way ahead of Deicher Kreisart.
Yeah, look like Aslan had a good start also. Now he's third there.
Aslan Shah Kamruzaman is the overall championship leader, and he has slingshot his way into third place. And so this 9-lap sprint, the veterans are leading the way. Chilernpol, Deicher Kreisart, Aslan Shah, seasoned campaigners all. Behind them, where is Harder? Oh, and West is being held up in traffic as everybody had to come to a standstill as they hit the chicane. But still Chilernpol has Deicher Kreisart for company, but Chilernpol's opened a lead of about 3/4 of a second.
Yeah, I think this is the first lap. Everybody is trying the track and get the feel first, and before the second lap, I think they will try to push.
West trying to make an approach on the inside, but Chilernpol still leads the way. Deicher Kreisart, different lines taken, but Chilernpol will be leading the way, and the sprint is on. Chilernpol Polamai leads the way. In first, Deicher, Ahmed Judistira, Aslan Shah, Dimaseki, Ito, West 7th, Ratapong 8th, Kazma Daniel 9th, Tiger Harder has been dropped down into 10th place. Further down, 15th, Noriyuki Haga, Tepe Nagoi and Shankar Sarath Kumar in 17th. Under the Lorin Hotel, and Chilernpol continues to impress.
Yeah, I mean, look at this sector. It's getting a bit dry and not that much of a spray on it compared to the front straight design.
Udistir is the quicker of the two Kawasaki's. Aslan Shah did make a bright start, but Aslan Shah looks like he's being dropped by these front three.
looks like Yudhishthira have home knowledge. I think he will definitely, know where it's slippery and not that slippery. So this is the second lap. I think they will know the traction of this for the tires.
And with 8 laps to go, say the track was to dry out very, very quickly, how does the wet weather tires impact on a drier track?
I think for this 8 lap, it's just 8 laps to go. I think it doesn't make a lot of difference because we still have water on the track, so the tire will be alright.
Dejah Kreisart goes on the inside of Chilernpol. Ahmed Yudhishthira does likewise. Yudhishthira into second behind Dejah Kreisart. Chilernpol just went a little bit wide, a little bit tentative. It means that Kreisart will lead. Foot down. Yudhishthira more aggressive on the inside, and Ahmed Yudhishthira on the Kawasaki takes the lead at the end of lap number 2 of 9. It'll be Ahmed Yudhishthira who will lead going over the line. Yudhishthira on the Kawasaki, head of Kreisart, Chilernpol, Aslan Shah, Dimaseki, Ito West up to 7th, Kazma Daniel 8th, and Yamaguchi into 9th place.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Yudhishthira now, he knows where the red patch and where is the better traction, and there he goes, and he's going all out and trying to win this race.
Well, you pointed him out on the warm-up lap. He was the one who was having a look at what the angles were and where the best racing line was, or the least wet racing line was.
Yeah, but for now, Dejah have to follow Yudhishthira and see where the best traction for him.
Well, Yudhishthira has a little look over his shoulder. Aslan Shah is being dropped a little bit, but Dejah Kreisart, having been overtaken, suddenly realises he's got the power and can stick with Ahmed Yudhishthira, and a lovely little controlled slide from Yudhishthira. Dejah Kreisart stays close as they go around the chicane, and Chilernpol slightly being dropped, and Aslan Shah has been gobbled up by the 2 behind him, Dimaseki and Yuki Ito. Interesting, Aslan Shah going backwards. Yudhishthira leads the way. That's Dimaseki in 4th. Yuki Ito has got himself into 5th, bike number 76. Great shot just to show the spray, but it's not too much of an interference for the riders at this stage.
Nah, no interference. I mean, you have to ride in the ring, so you have to ride in the ring. And definitely you can see Dejah is there trying to stick with Yudhis, and if you let go a bit, Yudhis will go in front and disappear.
The gap between them is 0.194. Chilernpol, Dimaseki, Ito, Aslan Shah. Anthony West is beginning to make a few inroads on Aslan Shah as well, as is Kazma Daniel. Aslan Shah was a one-stage second. He's going backwards at a rate of knots.
Yeah, I think maybe he's taking things too careful, Maybe the injury or something, because you know that in the ring you can crash anytime without any warning.
It's a mental thing, as Ahmed Yudhishthira, he's got no mental issues at all as he takes the Dunlop corner. He takes the narrow, tight version. Dejah Kreisart happy to go a little bit wider and slingshots his way to a different racing line to Ahmed Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira closes the door. Dejah Kreisart wants to get in the lead, and Dejah Kreisart has taken the lead.
Yeah, Dejah, you can see take a different line there just now. You can see Yudhis was outside and Dejah was inside, but Dejah have the correct line there.
Aggression from the former champion. Yudhishthira now second, has a look over his shoulder, sees that Chilernpol is a good 1.5 seconds adrift. Behind them, though, Dimaseki is closing in on Yuki Ito, and Aslan Shah is under pressure from Ant West. This, though, is the battle for P1, and Dejah is giving us he's rolling back the years here.
Yeah, rolling back the years, but like I say, this is a sprint race, 9 laps, so you don't have to be consistent. Like for instance, they race the whole length of the race, but now they only race 9 laps. So in this lap, after this, it will be another 5 laps. So it's gonna be Dejah, I think. He's gonna try all out to win this race.
We are more than 1/3 of the way through this sprint for 9 laps. Dejah Kreisart zips through the start-finish line. Right foot down, Yudhishthira a little bit more circumspect, but Kreisart it is who leads going around the first corner. Kreisart leading. Chilernpol has been dropped, and Chilernpol himself has got a bit of a gap ahead of Dimaseki and Yuki Ito. Out in towards the countryside, the furthest part of the track. I can tell you that the rain has stopped, so it's only surface water that is causing any kind of spray at this stage.
Yeah, at the moment I'm looking at the laps here and the riders. You can see Kazma Daniel. He's number 6 there, and I think this condition really suits him or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
you can see Kasma Daniel on 6th place.
The teenager from Malaysia has overtaken Aslan Shah, and Anthony West is in 8th. Kasma is closing in. Let's just see if we can catch him at the top of the screen. Yeah, he was just coming through. We saw the spray as he came through at the top end of the straight there. But this, in the meantime, is Deiche Kreisart still leading the way from Ahmed Yudhistira. 3.5 laps to go. Kreisart, Yudhistira, Chalermpol behind them, 4th and 5th. Eki, Ito, and Kasma Daniel comes in ahead of Aslan Shah, who is now under pressure from Ant West.
Yeah, looks like Decha is have a healthy lead on Udis. I think he have easily 0.5 or 0.7 of a second.
It's 0.677.
Yeah, ahead of Udis.
Very good. We played this game before. Behind them, Chalermpol is 2.7 seconds down. Dimaseki 5.5, and then Ito and Kasma Daniel very close to each other. Ant West another 2.5 seconds down on them. Aslan Shah, though, is now going backwards. He's in 9th place, Aslan Shah,
yeah, but you can see now Kasma Daniel is right behind Yuki Ito. So he's got nothing to lose, you know, he's just learning the track. This is the first time he's riding here, so I think he learned a lot this weekend, you know, riding this 600 here.
This is the battle for P4 that we are following here, which is the moment Dimas Eki, yesterday's race winner, followed by Yuki Ito, who's in the championship challenge, and Kasma Daniel, the teenage sensation from Malaysia, closing in every meter on Yuki Ito. Circumspect from Dimas Eki. Yuki Ito, who crashed out yesterday, just picked up the 1 point, will be keen to maximize his points in this short sprint race.
Yeah, it looks like Decha is the gap is getting bigger and bigger now. So I think it's like maybe 1 second now in between Udis and Decha.
And coming through, well, Yuki Ito has got the better of Dimas Eki, and Kasma Daniel is now closing in on Dimas Eki. Different day, different result for Dimas, the Indonesian. Ito, the Japanese, now up into 4th place. 13 points if he can hold on for the remaining 3 and a bit laps as Ito goes into the front straight. The front 3 are guaranteed. Kreisart is there. Yudhistira and Chalermpol. Be difficult to catch them, but Ito is winning the battle for P4 ahead of Dimas Eki, Kasma Daniel, and Anthony West is up into 7th.
Yeah, it looks like the gap is getting bigger and bigger between Decha and Udis. But you can see Kasma Daniel there, have already overtaken Dimas down there.
Yeah, Kasma Daniel's got himself up into 5th as we follow Chalermpol in 3rd. Kreisart through, Yudhistira through, Chalermpol through, Yuki Ito, followed by Kasma Daniel, who is having a sensational race, Kasma Daniel. Then we've got Dimas Eki in 6th. Behind them, we'll have Anthony West just appearing in the shot, the yellow livery in 7th place. But there is Ito under pressure from the teenager, Kasma Daniel. We have got 2.5 laps to go. Dimas Eki slams on the brakes, but no sense that Kasma Daniel is wanting to slow down. He has got Yuki Ito in his sights.
Yeah, I mean, he don't care for him. You know, he's my learning. You know, I just come and try to be in front of anybody in front of me. I just try to overtake and just go ahead and just do whatever I can do.
This is P1, and Deiche Kreisart has put on a really good show for us in the wet conditions at Sentul. Ahmed Yudhistira behind him came 2nd yesterday in very different circumstances. May well have to be happy with 2nd again today, but there's still plenty of time to go. There's still 2 laps. An awful lot can happen in 2 laps, but Deiche Kreisart, you suspect, has got the experience to make sure nothing untoward does happen.
Yeah, I mean, like now Udis is happy to be consistent, you know, because he knows that Chalermpol is right behind him quite close.
Kasma Daniel has got himself ahead of Yuki Ito up into 4th place. Malaysia's teenager, Kasma Daniel, having the ride of the season for Kasma, for Petronas Sprinter Racing on the Yamaha. He's now in 4th, ahead of Yuki Ito, which is a blow to Ito's championship challenge.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I think want to catch Chalermpol will be a bit hard for Kasma Daniel, but whatever he do now, he try to maintain his fourth position there.
For UK Ito, he's got to be aware that Dimaseki is right behind him, and Anthony West is closing in at a rate of knots as well. 1.5 laps to go. There is West in the yellow. Is he left it just a little bit too late though? At the front, this is still Deicha Kreisart, the 36-year-old from Thailand, the former ARRC champion, and about to record surely his first victory of the season.
Yeah, of course, you can see he's so confident in the rain, and confident in the rain, and he's been riding here for many years. So for him, this is a very good result for Thai team.
Kreisart did have a podium in Buriram where he came second, but there is Deicha Kreisart. Yudhishthira will be aware that Chalermpol is behind him. They will come around this corner and there will be just 1 lap to go in the rain. Yamaha can be happy with their day's work, particularly if Deicha Kreisart is able to go through and take this win. Into the final lap, Kreisart has the lead. The advantage is 1.73 seconds over Yudhishthira, 2.4 over Chalermpol. Kazma Daniel, Dimaseki has got the head of UK Ito. Ito going backwards, and Anthony West goes on the inside of UK Ito. Ito has got to be careful that he doesn't lose a top 6 place to the Australian.
Yeah, but I think Anthony West come quite far from behind to catch Yuki Ito, but I think he will definitely can take Yuki Ito there.
Dimaseki goes on the outside as Kazma Daniel looks on the inside, and Dimas has absolutely befuddled Kazma Daniel. Dimaseki comes into 4th place, and Anthony West goes into 6th ahead of Yuki Ito. This is the battle for P4. At the moment it's Dimaseki leading from Kazma Daniel. Anthony West, he's closing in on the teenager, and behind them you've got Ito going backwards.
Yeah, you can see all of them really pushing to the limits, and you can see Dimas is trying to get as long as 4th place is good for Astra team.
This though is the final moments of the last lap, and Deicha Kreisart in the wet has given us all a Super Sport 600 lesson. There is Kreisart as he approaches the final 2 bends. It's a comfortable lead from Ahmed Yudhishthira. Chalermpol will also be on the podium, but it'll be Deicha Kreisart from Thailand who will lead the way for Yamaha Thai Racing Team. The Kawasaki of Ahmed Yudhishthira second, but Kreisart wins it. Yudhishthira second, Chalermpol third. Now the battle for 4th. Let's follow this. Dimaseki is going to be Kazma Daniel for 4th, and Anthony West will take 5th ahead of a disappointed Yuki Ito.
Yeah, Yuki Ito, I don't think he's can feel the track, and that's why he's a bit slow.
Aslan Shah Kamruzaman, 9th place overall. As Yamaha, they celebrate, and justifiably so. Ruichi, who we featured just before the race, is a happy chappy there, as are the whole Yamaha pit lane. And experience, we mentioned it beforehand, in these conditions, in this circumstance, experience has told.
Yeah, experience, like I say, middle of the race, I say, Deicha, have a really good chance. He was just trying out the track.
Nice to be a winner
yang
in Super Sport
ternyata
600
berhasil
once
mengisi
again for
podium
Deicha
pertama,
Kreisart.
kedua, dan ketiga di weight race yang ternyata tidak weight sekali ya. Bahwa ternyata akhirnya matahari justru muncul lebih cerah lagi daripada sebelumnya nih, Harlan.
Ya, kita lihat tadi dari turn 2, 3, 4 dan sampai mau masuk es kecil itu udah sama sekali itu udah kering.
Benar.
Jadi memang menguras sekali dari ban itu sendiri dan akan sedikit, bukan sedikit sih, banyak ya, mengganggu konsentrasi daripada pembalap
itu
semuanya.
sendiri, benar. Dan ini adalah hasil result dari race kedua di kelas Super Sport 600cc. Seperti yang sudah saya sebutkan di urutan pertama, kedua, dan ketiga, bahwa sebelumnya mungkin Harlan sudah memprediksi bahwa urutan pertama Dimas Eki, kedua Yudhishthira, yang ketiga adalah Deicha Kreisart. Ternyata hal tersebut berubah. Deicha Kreisart dan juga Ahmad Yudhishthira memang berada di urutan pertama, kedua, tetapi Dimas Eki akhirnya bisa finish di urutan keempat. Dan tentunya weight race ini adalah race yang tidak diharapkan bagi para para riders, karena sedari kemarin, sedari free practice, sampai belibet saya ngomongnya, dan juga kualifikasi semua cuaca cerah, dan juga setelah red flag tadi diturunkan ternyata langsung hujan, walaupun hujannya mungkin hanya 10 menit saja. Tentu hal tersebut mengubah keadaan di sirkuit Sentul dan terutama adalah settingan bagi para pembalap. Nanti saya masih akan berbincang-bincang lagi dengan Harlan untuk mengulas race kedua di kelas Super Sport 600cc. Pastikan Anda tetap di iNews TV setelah jeda iklan.